Dr. Sidoni. I'm here in front of the New York Public Library at 42nd Street, and we're going to begin the journey for Olaf Jansen and investigators. So come on in, we'll take the tour together. Hi, I'm here in front of the entrance to the genealogy department, and here's where we're going to start our investigation. We're going to start to find out, was there really a man by the name of Olaf Jansen? So let's see what we can find out. Shall we?
I'll begin our search by heading to the genealogy department, where I will look through border crossings, birth records, death records, and any information that can be found from the clues that I have received reading the book, The Smoky God, A Voyage to the Inner World, in part 1 of the author's foreword, written by Willis George Emerson. So who was this elderly 95-year-old Norwegian sailor living in Los Angeles for the past 6 years, who had spent over a dozen years in the Midwest before emigrating from Sweden, that summoned author Willis George Emerson to his home at 2 o'clock in the morning to share his personal story before crossing over in January of 1908? Olaf Jansen was a Norwegian born in a little seafaring Russian town of Uleborg in the eastern coast of the Gulf of Bothnia, the northern arm of the Baltic Sea. Olaf's parents were on a fishing cruise in the Gulf of Bothnia and put into this Russian town of Uleborg at the time of his birth on the 27th of October in 1811. Olaf's father's name was Jens Jansen, and was born at Rodwig on the Scandinavian coast near the Lofoten Islands, but after marrying made his home at Stockholm in Sweden. In 1825, at the age of 14, Olaf made regular trips with his father on all fishing voyages. At the age of 19, on the 3rd day of April in the year of 1829, Olaf's voyage to the inner world would begin. He and his father sailed from Stockholm, Sweden, bound for the Lofoten Islands. As luck would have it, the lure of the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis, caused Olaf and his father to chart a course towards the North Pole. After spending 2 years with the giant inhabitants from the inner world, Olaf and his father were homesick. It was time to set sail and return home. But they had to pass through treacherous waters to get there. It was during the return trip that the sloop capsized, and Olaf's father, Jens, was swallowed up by the sea. Not long after, Olaf was picked up by a whaling ship named the Arlington, commanded by Captain Angus McPherson. Upon telling his story to the captain of the whaling ship about the marvelous discoveries made by Olaf and his father, he was put in irons. Returning to Sweden, he had been absent 4 years and 8 months. The year now was 1835. He was told his mother had died the previous year. Upon his return, the property left by his parents were given back to him. Not long after telling the story in detail,